Revolution begins. Stand by for the Experience Pros Radio Show on 560 The Source.
All of the monopolies that are gouging people,
Jason Lewis,
including higher education, which have a de facto monopoly with state subsidies, are the ones who gouge. Quote-unquote private market monopolies face competitors. There's a constant battle and constant innovation, constant drive to be efficient. But when the utility can pass its rate hike along to you and nobody else can compete with them via law, those are the monopolies you have to look out for.
Jason Lewis, 7 to 10 weeknights on KLZ 560 The Source.
The source for the new Colorado Conservative, KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. This is the legendary KLZ Denver.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Eric is off doing his civic duty today. He is having jury duty, and so I brought in the Carey Conley from Infinite Nation. Hi, dear.
Hello, Angel Tussey. How are you this morning?
I'm so excited. This is actually my first time to co-host with you.
I know. I thought about that this morning. I've been Angel a couple of times, but I've never been Eric.
Eric never leaves.
Right.
Never leaves. In fact, if I was a wagering gal, I would bet he was watching, listening. He's streaming it on YouTube on his phone. He is participating.
I'm sure he is, and hopefully they'll let him go, because I've served on 3 jury duties in my lifetime.
3?
They love me for some reason. So I had to give him a few tips yesterday on how to try and get out of there. I shouldn't say that.
I was going to say.
It is your civic duty.
It is your civic
Yes.
duty. The gal who has served 3 times has tips for how to get out. I don't think so.
Well, I'm a slow learner, but I figured it out.
I've only had to go in once.
Yeah.
And was dismissed. They were in, what do they call it when the lawyers are all negotiating beforehand, and so then it was dismissed. But I was there for like 3-4 hours while they were doing that.
He really thought that all he would have to do yesterday was dial in and get dismissed. And I said, oh no, you're going to be there through at least half the day. And if they decide to keep you, you'll be there until 5 or 6 o'clock tonight. And depending on what the case is.
Well, we've made arrangements just in case for up through tomorrow.
Right.
But beyond that,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of need him back in his seat.
Well, you'll know.
Oh, no.
Hopefully soon, because I'm sure he is itching to be here, too.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, all right. So it is the first Monday, really, of the new year. I heard it was the first TGI Monday. Thank goodness it's Monday. It's the only time people look forward to Monday. I think kids go back to school and resolutions start.
Yes, today is the day that a lot of people woke up saying, all right, here we go. Game on.
All right. Did you make any?
Yes, and you are going to be so proud of me, because I haven't even told you this. I got up and out of bed and went and worked out at Iron Tribe at 7:15 this morning.
I am very impressed.
No, you should be, because you know that I don't do that.
No.
I don't get up and get out by 7, but it was great.
So you were up and out. Now, the roads and the weather, and that didn't stop you?
No. I made a commitment, and the thing about me is if I tell somebody I'm going to do something, unless I'm laying in a hospital bed, I do it. And I told these guys I'd be there.
And you were.
And I went.
All right. So what does a first day at Iron Tribe look like?
You know, what I really love about these guys and why I'm committed to them is they call this First Month 101 class.
Okay.
So it's very methodical. So they walked us through step by step everything we were going to do today so that nobody gets hurt. A lot of us who were in the class have not worked out in a while, and they know that. So they were it was a good workout, but it was
Strap
great.
heart monitors on to everybody.
Nobody went down.
That's the thing I freak out about is when you haven't worked out for a while, you hear about these men in their 40s, early 50s. They go back to the gym, haven't worked out in ages, and they end up having a heart attack.
Well, and some gyms are like that, where they bring you in and they just work you out until you crawl out of there, and that's not safe. And I told them if they did that to me, I wouldn't be back, because
I can't crawl back in.
I can't crawl back in, and I'm not one of these people, unfortunately, that loves jumping out of bed in the morning and going to the gym. I wish I did.
I'm not one of those either. We had a lifestyle for about 3-4 years, many years ago. We would get up at 5 a.m. every morning.
Yeah.
There was 4 of us. We would carpool to the gym, work out, and had our whole morning routine. Mm-hmm. And that was really before Experience Pros.
Right.
Once Experience Pros started, we joined the chamber. We're now networking. I'm now gaining 14 pounds my first year in business. I stopped working out. So still trying to find that happy spot. So yeah, cheers to you. Do you think you'll still be doing it 18 days
that's
from
so
now?
Funny. I was talking to our friend Tony Rayburn on the phone on the way in here, and he asked me that. He said, so 3 months from now, are you still going to be there? And I said, here's the thing. These guys have hired me to be their coach for their trainers on vision building and goal setting, etc. So we're committed to each other. And what I love about what I'm getting from this gym, from Ion Tribe, is they are all about community. They made it very clear to me that you will be with a group of people that we're going to know when you're not here, and we're going to care about you, and we're going to ask about you. There's no getting out.
They're going to notice you've gone missing.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you've set some New Year's resolutions, you want to post those on our Experience Pros Facebook wall. Cheer Carey on. So glad that you're here. Carey, give some contact information for Infinite Nation.
Yeah. So I am co-creator of Infinite Nation, which is a community of people dedicated to helping people get their vision figured out and their goals that'll stick. And you can reach me at Carey, Carey, at Infinite, and it's spelled INFIN, the number 8, nation.com.
InfiniteNation.com with an 8 in there. Well, kudos to Eric for sitting in and doing his civic duty. He's at jury duty today. Carey Conley co-hosting with me, and we'll be right back on the Experience Pros radio show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and ladies, I want to let you in on my newest fashion secret. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella Studio since July, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella Studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara, and all of the compliments. Get yours today. Call Carabella Studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. Ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. Carabella Studios, 303-909-9585.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
You have a 401k and you keep hearing about ways to invest in real estate or precious metals. At Diverse Retirement Solutions, they've developed a plan that will help you do just that, and you can take back control of your retirement funds with checkbook control and no annual fees. Find out how by going to diverseretirementsolutions.com or calling them at 970-316-2099. That's 970-316-2099. Don't wait another day to take control of your retirement funds. Put them to work for you today. Diverse Retirement Solutions, 970-316-2099.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights. So it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
You
keep wondering about refinancing options? You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on AM 560, legendary KLZ.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. I have my dear friend Carey Conley sitting in with me. Hi, Carey.
Fun. It's so fun being here with you.
It is fun. Eric,
Usually you're not here when I'm here, so this is a treat.
Eric never leaves, but this time he could not get out of it. He is not on vacation. He is actually serving and doing jury duty.
I think at this point he probably wishes he was on vacation.
He probably wishes. He's like, I will take more time off. Well, don't you wish there was a guide to helping you speak with presence, to develop the self-confidence that you needed, not only to be a great leader, but a great communicator as well? Our guest is John Baldoni. He serves as the chair of the Leadership Development Practice at N2 Growth, and he has the Leader's Guide to Speaking with Presence. John, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Good morning.
Hi, John.
Hi, how are you both?
We're great.
Good. Thank you for inviting me to come on.
Well, we're pretty excited. You're going to talk about mastering the art of communicating as a leader. As if mastering the art of communicating wasn't difficult enough, we're going to do it as a leader. Am I correct?
Well, that's correct, but in a sense, they're one and the same. If you are a good presenter and you stand up and convey your message with authority and conviction, most importantly, your own what you stand for, your authenticity, that's a leadership message. Mm-hmm. And all of us are capable of doing that.
All right, so we get behind, though, that PowerPoint presentation, John, that we've worked hours and hours on perfecting in the timing, and then we stand up in front of our audience and we read it verbatim, and if it freezes up, we freeze up as well. Do you use PowerPoint?
In fact, I do. I'm not a PowerPoint basher. PowerPoint is a wonderful tool. But as with all things, as my father, who's now passed on, but as a wonderful family physician used to say, all things in moderation. So the problem is we're asking PowerPoint to do too much. And PowerPoint is with us, or visual graphics, whether it's Keynote with Apple or whatever, Prezi, whatever it is. And the challenge for us is to learn how to use it. What happens is in a conventional public speaking environment, once we might have had a script and we would read from it. And when you're delivering that, you're working on one side of your brain. You're essentially reading. If you're very good at it, the audience doesn't know you're reading because you've internalized it. But you're focusing on one thing, which is delivery. When we do PowerPoint, and you aptly mentioned this, you work very, very hard on it, and that's where the process stops. Well, too often, many executives I work with haven't taken the time to rehearse it. And PowerPoint it's actually a balancing act, as I say in the book, because not only are you delivering your message, you're also creating the words that you're going to say. So unless you've created a script for it, and some people do this, you're working two sides of your brain. You're remembering what you said, and then you're creating new words from it. And then there are some other problems where people actually turn their back on the audience because they're reading the slides, which of course is a no-no.
Yeah.
But the challenge, it's a balancing act. And so what we need to do is to learn how to use PowerPoint to make our talking points more effective.
I am so glad you are on today, John, because I am a speaker and a trainer as well, and I've been speaking for well over 20 years now. And so when I started speaking and training, there was no PowerPoint. You did everything, like you said, scripted with little notes in your hand. And I have a presentation coming up in 2 weeks, and I was just thinking this morning, my marketing person wants me to develop a PowerPoint, and really, I am much more comfortable when I don't have one. It throws me off from my authenticity. So
that's fine. We as speakers use what is comfortable for you, and that's an important point. If you don't want to use PowerPoint, don't use it. Or simply use it as images. Whatever it is, it works for you. But I think we do want the audience to focus on us when we're speaking. But if you're in a training session, which goes on for a period of time, you do need a visual aid. And so whatever form that visual aid is.
Like a guide.
Yes.
To get you through, yes.
That's the point. Because the idea is, while we want to convey our personality, our presence, and all of those kinds of things, let's put ourselves in the shoes of the audience. They need to remember what we're trying to say. So however they can do that, you use those tools.
Right. All right. So, John, you talk about having this self-confidence, but isn't it true that public speaking is like one of the scariest things in the world for people to do, and yet we're all thrust into it? So self-confidence ain't happening.
Yes, it's funny, and actually I use a quote in there. I've used it a couple of times from Jerry Seinfeld. We're talking about this very fear that said that public speaking is the #1 fear of Americans. That means that if you went to a funeral, you'd rather be the corpse than the person delivering the eulogy. So, yeah, but what the problem is, and I think there are people who genuinely suffer from stage fright, and it's paralytic. And for those people, I advise them to work with a therapist, someone who can unlock for them these fear factors. But for most of us, getting on stage, it is a humbling experience, and it's something which the nerves inside, and we need to learn to channel that. I think the nervous energy that we feel is a positive. You know what? It means it's important. We want to do our best.
Yeah, and what it means for people, when I've seen people, like you're saying, John, that they just are scared to death in front of, getting in front of speaking.
Right.
Once they do it, they grow about 10 feet.
Bingo. And here's a little trick I often give people, a couple little things. Many people will tell me, John, I'm afraid before I go on stage, but once I get going, I'm real fine. So I say, okay, here's your visual exercise. Before you get on stage, think about what it feels like when you're really cooking as a speaker, when you have the audience in the palm of your hand, and you really know what you're doing, and visualize that, feel that. So when you go on stage, in a way, you'll be mid-performance. You will have gotten past the jitters. You will be thinking midstream. You'll be into your presentation. So just a little thought.
That is so true.
All right, so John, it's the Leader's Guide to Speaking with Presence. It has more than 100 tips on what to do when either speaking out loud from a stage, or also when connecting one-on-one in small groups. Tell our listeners where they can get a copy of it and how they can connect with you.
Well, there's a website for it called called powerpresence.net. The book is also on Amazon as well as in Barnes & Noble. It's in all the bookstores, and if you're your local bookstore, you can order it from them if they don't already have a copy. Or if you want to reach me directly, just johnbaldoni.com.
johnbaldoni.com, powerpresence.net. The book is The Leader's Guide to Speaking with Presence. John, thank you so much for being a part of the show.
You really helped me today with deciding what to do next week.
All right, John, thank you so much. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel and Carey will be right back.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
Benjamin Franklin once said that nothing is certain except death and taxes. He was right, mostly. What Ben didn't know was that when it comes to death, Mike Heffelbauer, licensed and board certified in funeral services since 1990, has served families with dignity and respect while saving them thousands with their affordable and realistic pricing. Heffelbauer Funeral Services, family owned and community involved. When certainty calls, call Heffelbauer Funeral Services, 720-344-6087, 720-344-6087, or visit HeffelbauerFuneralServices.com.
Renew, heal, and experience the miraculous with Master Healer Yoga and Meditation teacher Karen Corona. Karen has 30 years experience providing natural healing therapies and nutritional education, and her yoga and meditation programs will guide you back to vibrant health and wellness. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. That's 303-725-1119. Mention Experience Pros and get $450 off of Karen's upcoming healing and yoga retreat in June, set in the lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. Call today, 303-725-1119, or online at KarenCorona.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
It's me, America's Mr. Right. Join me weeknights at 7 for the Jason Lewis Show on KLZ 560, The Source.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. That's my Mamma Mia moment. Thank you, Charlie,
Charlie
for
always has
that.
the right music for the right moment.
Absolutely. We kicked off the show talking a little bit about setting resolutions for the new year. And it seems like anytime Jay and I get together, every goal that we set has to do with money. There's some element of finance associated with it. And with the Success Unleashed Summit coming up, we thought we'd kick off today's show or bring in Marlow and Chris Felton. They're the authors of Couples Money. They've inspired thousands of couples across the country with their personal stories. The book is called Couples Money. They are the kickoff speakers for the Success Unleashed Summit, and they are here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Marlow, hello.
Hey, Angel.
Hi, Marlow.
Hey, Carey.
How
Good
are
to
you?
talk to you this morning. I'm fantastic.
Hi, Chris. I understand you're with us, too?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi, Chris.
All right.
Morning.
So you guys talk about, in your book, you share your personal story of financial transformation and how you two got on the same page. Chris, tell us, what inspired you to actually write the book, Couples Money?
Well, my wife really wrote it.
He's a good man.
He's a
very
great
good
man.
She's happy, me happy, happy wife, happy life, and I'm out of here. Anyway, so, no, I mean, I mean, if it was still up to me, it would be left, that book would be left in my computer. But Marlo's really, I mean, she had to put my name on it or it would have looked weird, not having couples. So, all kudos to her. But, you know, Marlo, you probably need to start on that and I'll fill in.
Well, you know, we've been in the financial services industry for 25 years combined, and over that time, we have seen a lot of stress and strain in relationships over money. We've seen the haves, the have-nots, that we've been mentored by some financially independent mentors, and we just really became kind of fascinating with really helping people in this area where it was really important. in some way that we could positively impact people's lives by helping them with this critical issue that comes up. But then when we went through a personal financial transformation and we actually experienced it firsthand, we knew that we had to tell our story. So that was really what forced us to really put it down into paper.
All right, so Marlow, what was that turning point?
It was when I said, honey, it was actually the beginning of 2011 when Chris and I were doing our annual goals, which we do every year. And I said, we have got to do it this year. This is the year we have to absolutely do it. And so we put the plan together and just, we set a deadline and did it.
I think it would be so different if most couples sat down and did their goals together and especially could come to an agreeing point, because I think what it is for most couples, and you guys have probably seen this, that most couples are wired very differently with regards to money and how to spend it and how they see it.
Yeah, so Chris, did you even know you weren't on the same page as Marlow, or did it even matter to you?
Well, I mean, we need to go back to 2008, and that's, I mean, what we talk about in the book and what we're going to talk about at the success event is, how we got on the path to financial independence and financial freedom from some pretty dark days, literally only 5 years ago. So, Marlow's stress was at an all-time high, and my form of resistance was delusion, which guys have a tendency to go in there. So, women have this inherent need to have some financial security and know some things are going on, and guys are like, well, just give me a peanut butter sandwich and a sword and a dime and some dragons to fight, and I'm cool. And so here I am, supposedly fighting dragons, and Marlow's like, I don't know if you really know what's going on in our financial situation, which was pretty horrific. And, as a guy, I was like, well, you just need to look over here, and it's going to get better, and this is, all this stuff. And she's like, no, you need to look at where we are. So she was looking at where we were. I was, delusion and optimism often sleep in the same bed together, and I was optimistic but delusional. And so, when the stress became massive for her, and I could feel it, out of necessity, some changes had to be made. And so what we're going to talk about at the success event is where we were, which I think tons of people can identify with that stress. And, 96% of people never reach financial freedom in the United States. It's been the same number for hundreds of years. What we did, and we made the decision to do it during the Great Recession, and then where we ultimately are right now, where we're going, which is it's a massive financial transformation. So that's the gist of the talk. And wherever people are financially, if there's stress going on in their lives, we get it, but we believe we have a great formula to share.
And you're going to share that formula at the Success Unleashed Summit, correct?
Absolutely.
All right, Carey, they are kicking off. They are the kickoff speakers for you.
And I am so excited, first of all, because we have not met yet personally. So I'm excited to hear you guys speak and meet you, learn more about your book. This is, my husband and I are at a place where we're getting ready to, we've just downsized this past year. Our kids are getting out of college, so it's a whole new way of us looking at money. So I'm very excited to have you guys there that morning. And just from our conversations, I think you guys are going to rock the house opening up in the morning. So I'm excited about that.
All right, so we want to give some contact information for the Success Unleashed Summit for people to get tickets. Carey, do you want to share that?
Sure. So Success Unleashed Summit is on Saturday, January 18th here in Denver, and it's at the Inverness Hotel. And you can register for that event going to successunleashedsummit.com.
SuccessUnleashedSummit.com. Chris and Marlow Felton, the authors of Couples Money, kicking off the day because all of our resolutions, all of our goals, all of our vision really focuses on money, and especially if you're in a relationship, getting on the same page. Chris, people are writing down their resolutions today. Couples might be working together. They might be doing that separate. Do you have a financial tip that you'd like to share with them?
Well,
I've got a few. I can hardly hold myself back.
Okay, Marla, go.
Go, Marlow.
Well, I know my husband and I, will agree on this because we talk about it all the time. We believe that the number one goal you need to set as a couple, and in our eyes, it's the only option, is to set goals as a couple. You might have your individual goals or personal goals, but you have to have goals as a couple as well. But our number one focus when we made a major shift was our savings goal. You have to determine your savings goal first.
Right.
All right. And yeah, my husband always says, Jay, he tells me, spend less, save more, give me your credit card. That's Jay's always his mantra.
That's funny. Sounds good to me.
Oh, Chris and Marlow, I am looking forward to seeing you guys at the Success Unleashed Summit. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. Where do people get in touch with you and get a copy of Couples Money?
Our book is available on Amazon, or they can go to our website, which is couplesmoney.com.
Well, that was easy, couplesmoney.com.
Yep.
Chris, thank you so much for letting your name be on the book along with Marlow.
My pleasure.
I'm excited to meet you both. Thank you so much for being a part of our
Here,
summit.
We're excited to hear the two of you speak as well.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be a great
day.
day. We're putting our PowerPoint presentation together. We're inspired to get on the same page and talk about money. I know you guys have. I've seen Marlow you speak, and I'm hoping you'll share your story about throwing your purse and.
Oh, I will.
Okay, it'll be great fun. All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Angel.
Thanks, you
Carey.
guys. Have a great day.
Eric is off doing jury duty, so I have my dear friend Carey Conley, the Carey Conley from Infinite Nation, co-hosting with me, and we will be right back on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You make all kinds of plans for your business, but have you planned for the event that you may need long-term care? Did you know that you can have long-term care insurance that offers you tax advantages and a guaranteed rate of return? Walt Wilson is a licensed agent working in the financial services segment of the insurance industry, and he's a pro when it comes to long-term care. It only takes a moment to register for the next free webinar that could literally change your financial outlook. Visit privatepensiondesign.com today and click the LTC webinar tab.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
Hi, this is Karen with Seniors Helping Seniors of South Metro Denver. If you or someone you know is a more mature citizen who needs a little extra hand around the house, Seniors Helping Seniors is your answer. We provide personal care, companionship, transportation, meal preparation, and more, including Alzheimer's and dementia care. And all of our helpers are seniors themselves. Licensed and trustworthy help is available at seniorshelpingseniors.com/South Metro Denver or by calling 303-990-4561. That's 303-990-4561. Call today and let's meet.
This is Dave Logan, and I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT. solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Why not join me, Laura Ingram, weekdays from 7 till 10 a.m. on 560 KLZ for the Laura Ingram Show.
Eric and Angel give you the tools you need to grow your business. Ken and I give you the knowledge you need to defend your business against the government. Local, state, and federal government can hinder everything you are working so hard to build. Listen to Grassroots Radio Colorado, weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on KLZ 560 The Source to find out how you can help in the fight for small business. We are on your side. Now back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
So I'd like to know where you got the notion. Said I'd like to know where you got the notion. Rock the boat, don't rock.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. You rocking the boat. Thank you, Charlie, for the fun music. Eric is off at doing jury duty. It's the only way to get him out of the studio. Carey Conley, the Carey Conley, who has co-hosted the show several times before, but never you and me.
I know, and I'm so excited. I was really looking forward to it.
Well, you were my first thought of who I could call at the last minute. Not that that means you're spontaneous, but you are. You're kind of spontaneous.
I can move things around.
Yeah.
I've kind of created that lifestyle where I can do that for the most part.
I am not spontaneous. That is actually something that
So
Eric
that would
always
not
says
be on
about
your
me.
list.
No. He used to, several years ago, because I used to carry my Franklin planner everywhere, and everything was a list, and everything was scheduled. He coined the phrase, my Franklin planner world. And so to rock the boat, to shake things up, to be spontaneous, and to just go with the flow, and time is what you make it, that is Eric, and that is you, I think, for me.
Well, I'm that way because I do have a schedule, and I do know exactly what I'm doing. Everything I do is very intentional. It's just that I have learned how to follow my intention. If something comes up and it feels like it's the right thing to do, then I'll move things around, and I can do that.
All right. Well, speaking of something coming up, feeling like it might be the right thing to do, let's talk about the Success Unleashed Summit.
So, because this is my vision, I shared with you 2 months ago, that because I'm a vision building and goal setting coach, January is kind of my month because that's what everybody's doing right now. So I had this vision to have a training day. And instead of it just being me all day talking about vision and goal setting, I wanted to create something with some collaborators, some people like we just talked with Chris and Marlow Felton and some other awesome people that are great speakers, experts in the field like you and Eric, so that we can share energy. And the lineup of the speakers that we have for the day are all that and more. So each speaker will talk for about 40 minutes on their subject. There'll be networking opportunities in between and a rockin' Viva La Vision party, my first annual party. New Year's kickoff is that night as well. It's going to be really fun.
Viva La Vision.
Viva La Vision.
Viva La Vision from our vision
surprises
coach.
Even you don't know about.
I know. I think I'm okay with that. I like those kinds of surprises. There are some surprises that aggravate the heck out of me, but those surprises are okay.
These will be fun, and I promise, and this is what I've told everybody so far, I really just want this to be a day where everybody who attends, all of the sponsors who are involved, and the speakers walk out feeling like they made some great connections, they had a wonderful time, it'll be memorable, and that they feel like they've got their vision on, they've got their plan, and they know what to do to make this year really amazing.
Well, when you think about all the different things that people set goals for at the beginning of the year, we want to be healthier, we want to lose weight, we want to look better, we want to improve our business, finances, the goals, the whole gamut. And you have a very well-rounded palette of speakers. So throughout the whole day, no matter what your goal is, you're going to hit it.
Right.
And you're going to hit it with some very targeted speakers. So you're going to come out with really an action plan for the year. I love that you say January is your month because it is when everybody starts thinking about vision and goals. Yeah. How do we keep that in front of us, Carey, because they don't stick beyond February 16th?
Well, I heard something last week somewhere. Maybe it was on your radio show because they were so good about finding those statistics that about 18 days into January, all of the goals and resolutions you have set are a memory.
18 days?
18 days most people have already thrown in the towel. And the reason for that is why I do what I do is because most people, if I ask them, what is your vision for your life about 3 to 5 years from now? I kind of use a targeted time frame of 3 years because most people can think at least 3 years out. Most people, when I ask them that question, kind of look up at the sky like, I got nothing.
Got nothing. No.
Got nothing.
Right.
Or what I've got is pretty vague. Like you just said repeatedly, Angel, I want to be healthier. I want my business to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants all those things. The difference is that most people have not actually sat down to write it out in detail. And I don't just mean with business. I mean their entire life. And that is something I did for the first time back in 1988. I created a vision statement on paper, on legal pads of paper, because this is way before, personal computers in the home and iPads. And I created a life that I now, like I told you, I have a very awesome lifestyle and I'm able to be spontaneous and be here.
All right, so we're sitting down and we're spending some time thinking about what do I really want it to look like? Because honestly, most of us, we don't set a game plan for ourselves. We just kind of go where the wind blows us.
Exactly.
We show up, they hired me, so that's where I work. This is where I live, so this is where I shop, and these are the neighbors I have, so therefore these are the friends I have. I mean, so much just we allow to happen to us. So to sit down and look at it and to really map it out and say, what do I really want my life to look like? How do I want my relationship? What do I want my business, my children, my friendships, all of that? I would think almost at some point, Carey, though, that could be really depressing scary. Because I'm like, that is so far away from the reality that I'm living for some people. Like, I hate my job. I hate my friends. I just, all we sit around and do is complain or, I mean,
well, I think what happens is, I'm a big believer, and I share this in my workshops when I coach, that I think up until about the age of 10 or 12, we knew exactly what we were supposed to do here on this planet. Don't you think that most kids, if you ask them at about age 8, they're pretty authentic in their personalities, and they're pretty okay with it.
Yeah.
And they have big dreams and big goals, and they will share them with you. And something happens along middle school where they start losing some of that. They start finding out that they now have to follow some sort of a stream.
Isn't that funny? Because we tell our kids, we were told, you can be anything you want to be. The world you can be anything you want to be. But our message even changes to the kids. Ooh, you don't have the grades for that.
Right.
Ooh, you need to, you don't have really what it takes for that.
Mm-hmm. And, you need to take a look at what industries are hiring now. So by middle school and high school, by freshman year, they're already talking to you about college and where you should go. And so whatever dream you might have had, and I've shared with you, my dream was that I wanted to be a singer.
Right.
And spent hours in front of a microphone in my room singing to whatever I could.
We have a microphone here, Carey.
I know. that might happen at the Viva La Vision party, but, but my parents really wanted me to go to college because nobody in my family ever did. So that's what I did. And I'm grateful for that. I have a business degree, and I followed that path. But like most people, at some point you figure out you're kind of discontent, and you don't know why. And it's because you kind of followed what everybody else said you should do instead of what you really want to do and what you were meant to do.
And what you were meant to do. Well, imagine you doing what you were meant to do. I heard at church yesterday talking about 2014 is actually the year of double blessings.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too.
It's pretty exciting to think about that this could be the year of double blessings. Everything that you've worked for, everything, the foundation, the molding, the challenges that you've been through to get you to here, that this is the year of double the blessings. How do we sign up for Success Unleashed Summit?
Yeah, it's really easy. You just go to www.successunleashedsummit.com.
Well, that is easy. SuccessUnleashedSummit.com. I know you were running a special for $50 for your guests, so it's...
Actually, there's two ways to do this the most effectively. One is we still have some openings for some sponsorships for people who not only want to attend but gain some business exposure and network there. Because the cost per person right now is $129 per person, but for $199 you can be a sponsor and you get lunch with that, our networking lunch we're going to do. But if you do the $129 and you sign up a friend for an extra $50 only, the two of you can split the cost, and it's $89.50 per person.
Okay, so $129, you bring a friend for an extra $50, so that breaks it down to $89.50. But if you bump it up to $199, you get to actually become a sponsor and be recognized as a sponsor at the event.
Your logo all over everything we're posting and sending out right now. Goodie bags we're giving that day. They will get lunch, and we're going to do an ERM, E2 style networking lunch.
If you've never been to an E2, an ERM networking event, this is valuable. It's life-changing for building your business. If somebody wants to sponsor, they want to put their brand, and that's the thing with sponsoring any type of event, whether it's a sporting event, a business event, a radio show, you're aligning your brand with other like-minded businesses, which means that's who you're going to attract. And so you're really, you're using compound interest in your favor, because if you've got a sphere of 250 people and you've got 10 people that are sponsoring, and now you bring that sphere together, it's very powerful. How do people connect with you if they want to be a sponsor?
The best thing to do would be to email me today so we can get your logo all over everything, because we're going to be promoting the heck out of this event for the next 2 weeks. And my email is Carey, Carey, at infinite, INFIN, the number 8, nation.com.
Carey at infinitenation.com, just $1.99, and you can sponsor the Success Unleashed Summit, or just buy a ticket and bring a friend. $129 for you and $50 for them. That's a bargain.
It's a steal.
It's a steal. Make sure 2014 is your year of double blessings. You are listening to Angel and Eric right here on the Experience Pros radio show. No, that's not Angel and Eric. Angel and Carey.
Do you know what's funny? I didn't even catch that.
I didn't either, but I saw Charlie caught it. Thanks for keeping me on track, Charlie.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress, and when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
This is Eric, and I've helped hundreds of nonprofits raise millions of dollars. One thing I can absolutely guarantee, when you hire a professional certified auctioneer, you will raise more money. A lot more. If donations help you do what you do, here's what you need to do now. Visit reddiamondauctions.com or call Kevin Perry at 970-673-2625. That's 970-673-2625.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or a consumer has never been easier. Thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory, you can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals. And if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out. And if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory. Online at experiencepros.com/directory.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service, coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products, means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
The home for Colorado's Liberty Movement. Grassroots Radio Colorado, 5 to 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Every day, 21 veterans commit suicide. Last year, active duty suicides surpassed the number of combat deaths. You can help by donating to Freedom Service Dogs. They rescue dogs from local shelters and train them to be service dogs for these heroes. Donate today at freedomservicedogs.org.
Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. You're listening to Angel and Carey because Eric is out for jury duty. But I am certain, Carey, that he is tuning in and listening, and he's not far behind.
I have no doubt.
Eric never misses a day in the studio.
Well, he wouldn't. This is his baby, your baby.
Yeah, you know,
Put this together.
we tend to. I did actually kind of force him to take some time off during the holidays, and we just had pre-recorded shows. And he did okay. He didn't hyperventilate. He didn't die.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I asked him when I got back from vacation what he's been doing. And he's been managing to keep himself busy, but I think he gets antsy.
He is such a people person. He's just got to be around the party. He almost, and he's not here, but I'll say this anyways. He kind of reminds me of the little 2-year-old that doesn't ever want to go to sleep because they're afraid they're going to miss something.
Yeah, I totally get that because I'm that way, or used to be that way.
Yeah.
The older I get, not so much, but...
Well, I'm just so glad that you're here co-hosting.
Thrilled.
So we have the Carey Conley. Can find her at infinitenation.com, INFIN, the number 8, nation.com. And, all right, so Carey, kind of along the same theme, we want to definitely promote the Success Unleashed Summit. Yes. SuccessUnleashedSummit.com. You can see all the speakers. You can sign up. They can email you if they want to sponsor the event.
Right.
But let's talk about some goal setting tips. You are the master at vision building sticky goals that stick because you said 18 days. We're going to put all this time and effort. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're not putting enough time and effort into. Days later, completely just throw them out the window because I didn't quit smoking. I didn't go to the gym. I went shopping when I should have.
Right.
Put that money in my savings account. And so do you have some, can we talk about some goal setting tips?
Well, there's one main reason why people don't stick with their goals, and that's because they don't take the time to sit down and write out their vision statement like we were talking about a minute ago. There's no stake in the ground, Angels. So they're setting goals usually wrapped around what everybody else is telling them they should do, what they're telling themselves they should do. And authentically, most of it just really doesn't matter. I mean, the first bump in the road, the first little bobble you see that you want to buy, you buy it because there's nothing that's bigger that's keeping you from doing it.
Nothing that's bigger,
right,
to keep me from doing it.
So vision, so a lot of people when I coach them will ask me, let's use their business for example, they'll ask me questions around, should I network here? Should I spend my money on this? Where should I spend my time? And I always have to answer them, I can't give you the answer to that until I see what your vision statement is of where you want to be 3 years from now. Because when you have that vision of where you're going, it's easier to make those right now decisions.
Okay, so give me an example. I don't have a vision statement. I've never written a vision statement. My goals, of course, are in the form of a list. I have my personal goals, my family goals, different activities, relationships, and things like that. But mine's in a list. I don't have a vision statement.
Well, okay, so when I do workshops, most people don't know how to start with that because most people have never sat down and written out a vision statement. So the very first thing I usually do is ask people some things wrapped around what's truly non-negotiable. And what's non-negotiable is time is passing. So today is today, tomorrow's tomorrow, and God willing, 3 years from now,
I will be 3 years older.
So the first question I ask everybody is, all right, if you can't get a vision on creating what you want your life to look like, let's say 3 years from now, and the reason I use 3 years is that I have a mentor that I signed up with 3.5 years ago that asked me to commit to him for 3 years because he said to me that it's going to take 36 months for you to see the fruits of your labor start to develop. And that is another reason why most people don't stick with their goals because we live in such an entitlement right now society, Angel, that if people don't see results immediately, they think two things. Either it's not working or it's not going to work for me. And neither are true. The problem is that it's just you've got to give it time, right?
36 months.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do anything in 36-month increments.
Yes. But here's, again, the non-negotiable. So the first question I ask everybody is, all right, on a piece of paper, write down how old you will be 3 years from today. And then the next question I ask, and this is really where I see a lot of people go, ugh, is I ask them, how old will your kids be 3 years from now?
Oh, Ariane, my assistant, she's like, I'm going to have a 3-year-old or a 2.5-year-old. Oh.
And do you see what that starts to create is now you're seeing, okay, what is my life going to look like with a 3-year-old? 3 years from now, I will have 2 kids out of college and working adults. That creates a whole different vision of the life that my husband and I want at that point, and we're working on creating right now. Because my goal is to be able to help them build their dreams.
Just the visual of that right there. And I know you also talk about if you've got parents nearby, how old will your parents be? And so you start to get the visual of your age. And that does something, I think, to gravity.
Well, it's so funny because Chris Felton said this earlier. You wanted to live in a world of denial, right? And that's what most of us are doing, is they just think, well, all right, so if you see 3 years from now, let's say you're seeing your kids are going to be graduating from high school and want to go to college.
Right.
And most people, unfortunately, have not prepared for that financially.
No.
I don't know what they think is going to happen in 3 years, that the money's just going to drop from the sky or...
that tree I planted in the backyard, that lemon tree that I've been wanting to plant for like 6 years is going to show up and manifest dollar bills.
Yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk kind of stuff, right? Leprechaunville,
Yeah.
Tony calls. And the same thing if you have aging parents. My parents are going to be in their mid-70s, later 70s, and there's a whole different vision around that.
So do we have to start refinishing the basement? Do we start looking for homes for them?
That they are prepared for where they're going, have conversations with them about that. Do they see you being a part of them aging, or are they taking care of it? They're hard conversations to have because we don't want to have them.
All right, so in 3 years from now, I will be 46. Michael will be 19, graduating from high school. The daughters, my twins, will be 23. Carey, all of a sudden in the last year, really got clear on their vision of what they want to be when they grow up. It took them, they're 20 now, so it took them until they were 19. They had been going to the community college for a little over a year, almost a year and a half, before it dawned on them what they really wanted to do. They had picked some different things, and that was good for a month or two, and this may have stuck around for about 6 months, but I think they're really passionate about what they want to do now, and it's exciting for me to watch that in them.
It's very exciting when you see your kids. My daughter turned 20 today. Happy birthday to my little baby girl.
Happy birthday, Laurel.
And I have a 22-year-old son who will be graduating from college in May. And it happened overnight. Anybody knows if you have kids, you wake up one day and go, what just happened? I am not old enough to have a 22 and a 20-year-old.
That is so true.
Truly. I had my daughter when I was 12. But they've turned out so amazing. And because they've grown up with a goal-setting, vision-building mom, are very clear on where they're going and what they're doing.
Well, we want to make sure that our listeners are very clear this year with where they're going. 2014, the year of double the blessings. Our theme for the year with Experience Pros is Amazing Happens Here. Carey, so grateful. How do people get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me through my website, which is infinite, INFIN, the number 8, nation.com. Or my email is Carey, CAREY, at infinite, INFIN, number 8. The number 8, of course, is the infinity symbol.
Absolutely.
InfiniteNation.com.
This is hour 1. We're getting ready for hour 2 of the Experience Pros Radio Show.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560.
I remember when I
we went broke, and we're coming back. I've been driving this old car. The primary color on the thing was Bondo, you know.
The Dave Ramsey Show.
The vinyl roof was torn loose across the top, so when I drove it, it filled up with air. It was a Bondo buggy with a parachute on top. I'm driving this piece of crap that a friend loaned me because we were down to one car. Of course, you know federal law is mama gets a good car, so I'm driving Bondo buggy, right? So I went from that to getting a little dinky butt, you know, about $1,000 car, which was a considerable upgrade. Then I got about a $3,000 car, and I ran across a bridge, slid sideways, totaled that thing, and about 3 other people's cars. So insurance bought me another one because I couldn't drive. Stupid boy. And then I moved up again, and I put a little money with that. And before I look up, I'm in about a $10,000 or $12,000 car. And it was doing okay. And then I got a couple of book deals, and I got some stuff, and I was looking at this 2-year-old Jaguar. And it was like a 97. That's how long ago it was. So it was like 99. But it was like this huge, emotional, gut-wrenching decision, because what are the guys at the office going to think? What are people going to think? I teach people to get out of debt and to drive an old car until they get out of debt. Now I'm driving a nice car. What's that say? Am I not living what I teach? No, what I teach is live like no one else, so later you can live and give like no one else. And I do. So at least I'm consistent. You may not like me, but I'm consistent.
Dave Ramsey, noon to 3 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Well, we made it through the very first Wake Up with Randy Corcoran morning show on KLZ 560, and it was great. Your calls, your comments, your energy and optimism, and an action plan to boot. Tune in tomorrow, 5 to 7 a.m., when our special guest will be activist and candidate trainer extraordinaire Chris Doss from the Leadership Institute in Arlington, Virginia. It's Wake Up with Randy Corcoran, 5 to 7 a.m. on KLZ 560.
This is the legendary KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at 560thesource.com. Since 1922, KLZ Denver.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel Tussey. My dear friend Eric is actually out of the studio today doing his civic duty, thank goodness. He's actually on serving jury duty today. So I brought in my dear friend, the Carey Conley with Infinite Nation.
The Angel Tussey. It's a pleasure to be here.
I have to tell you, I love that you always say my last name, Carey.
Yes.
Because you pronounce it correctly.
It took a while.
I meet so many
I misspelled
people.
it and mispronounced it.
Even I actually have it phonetically in my email signature, and even still, I get everything.
Well, it could be Tucci.
It is.
It's also really cute.
Which I actually have. My brother-in-law, one of Jay's brothers, actually has adopted the Tucci sounding because they just gave up trying to fight it after all these years, and so they actually go by Tucci.
Yeah. Well, there you go. See, now I can call you either.
You can call me either.
Right.
And so at family gatherings, we have the Tuccis, and we have, his parents, the Tussies. We say we're touche.
Just perfect.
Just there.
That
just to be
fits you
silly.
perfectly.
All right. Well, I love, Carey, that you're here, especially the first Monday of the new year when everybody's setting those goals, their first day of the revolution, or their resolutions.
Could be that too.
Could be that too. You got up and got started on your resolutions first thing this morning. You got up and worked out.
I did. And anybody who knows me, including my husband, who did not see me leave the house at 6:58 this morning to go to the gym, couldn't believe that I did that. I am not a morning girl, and I am not a cold weather girl, and it's like 3 degrees outside today. So this was a stretch for me, but I had a great time. I'm glad I went.
And you'll have all this energy throughout the day. And
I hope so. I got a long way to go.
Well, we at our home, we actually set up a home gym. And I usually go running. I'm a runner. Not a runner. That's the wrong word.
A fast walker.
Yeah.
I've walked with you. We're fast.
And so I've got some great trails behind the house. And so that's usually my exercise. But my parents gave me a treadmill so that I don't have to run when it's cold.
Right.
And I also have a fear of snakes. And they're often on the trails. And it creeps. I mean, I'm just freaked out the whole time. I don't know what's making my heart race faster.
I'd be a little worried about that too.
Or the creepy animals on the.
And will you go
ground.
down and use your treadmill? Because most people have them, but they collect dust.
Well, it has been 10 days now. 10 days in a row. I have gone down, and the jeans that I'm wearing today, I know nobody ever wants to hear because the skinny girl complained that she can't get her jeans zipped up, but somewhere along the line, somebody lost 6 pounds and I found them, and I couldn't even get them pulled up. It was sad, but I got them on and I got them zipped today.
I'm so proud of you.
So proud
You're
of
my
me.
inspiration.
All right, well, we're hoping to inspire people with their business goals. And so when we think about making 2014 an amazing year, that's our theme, is amazing happens here.
Love that.
And went to church yesterday, and the pastor at church was talking about 2014 being the year of double blessing. And so now I have to go back and redo all my goals. Jay and I sat down, and we set all of our goals, and now I have to feel like I have to go back, and if I have that mentality of double the blessing of everything that we've worked for and what the kids are doing and what we want to achieve in our business, I get excited. And do you think that just having the possibility that you could have double the blessing changes your behavior?
Absolutely, because most of us, we so limit our vision and our goals. We think to the level of just enough. If I can just get here, just a little bit better, then I'll be good with that. And really, the sky's the limit.
The sky is the limit. Well, we're going to unleash your success. We've got the Success Unleashed Summit coming up on January 18th. Carrie, where do they go to get tickets?
Go to www.successunleashedsummit.com.
Saturday, January 18th, an all-day event.
All-day event, 8 great speakers, wide variety of topics so that you literally can come out of there and do what Angel Tussey has done and set some awesome goals for the year.
Well, we hope that amazing happens here. Carey Conley filling in for Eric today. You are listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now is the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Your photographs are your treasures. Your art collection means something to you, and that jersey you won in that silent auction is providing you with tons of bragging rights. So it matters to you where you have it framed. Trust your framing to the experts at Frame the Art, the experts with heart. What matters to you matters to Frame the Art. Don't drop your treasures off at a warehouse. Call Frame the Art, 303-722-1525, 303-722-1525, located just north of Dartmouth on South Broadway in Englewood. Frame the Art. It matters.
If you're ready to get serious about your health, then experience the BioT difference. BioT Medical's all-natural testosterone pellet therapy is the safest and most effective way to increase your testosterone levels. Testosterone therapy not only improves your energy and libido, but also protects against heart disease, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, and prostate cancer. Go to biotmedical.com to find a BioT certified practitioner near you. That's BIOTE medical.com.
Leaders, listen up. You want to get the very best from your people, and See It Thrive can help. Address personnel challenges with confidence and unleash the best performance out of your organization, team, or individuals. See It Thrive helps you realize the possibilities of your team coming together as an unstoppable force. Reduce conflict and empower transformation. Because you work with people, make the courageous choice to See It Thrive. Call Sue Kenfield today at 303-791-2807. That's 303-791-2807. Discover and sign up for upcoming workshops at seeitthrive.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth. but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Your healthy radio addiction. The Laura Ingraham Show, live weekday mornings at 7 on KLZ 560, The Source.
Giving you the same financial advice your grandmother would, only we keep our teeth in. The Dave Ramsey Show, weekdays at noon, right here on 560 AM KLZ.
Experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. It's Angel and Carey today.
I'm a little shorter than Eric.
You know what, though? He and I, when we sit down, we're sitting in the studio, you don't see the height difference. Plus, I am very tall on the radio.
Yes, you are.
I'm very tall on the radio. So when people meet me in person, they're a little shocked.
I get that a lot, too, where people say, wow, you are much shorter than I thought.
Very tall on the radio. Well, I'll tell you what, if you are in business, there's probably one area of your business that you tend to ignore, put on the back burner, and wait until the absolute deadline. Well, there is a deadline coming up for taxes. If you are in business, it is March 15th, so it comes around a little sooner. So if you're a new business owner and that date scares you, never fear. Mike Miller, CPA, is here. Mike Miller is the president of Miller & Associates. His firm provides a full spectrum of services, including bookkeeping, payroll, accounting, tax planning and preparation, personal finance management, as well as outsourced CFO services for small businesses. Mike, welcome to the studio.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So March 15th, does that strike fear? Are people shocked to hear that March 15th is the deadline if they have a business?
No, they're usually familiar with the fact that, taxes are due by March 15th.
All right, so that was just us.
Well, I didn't know, and it shocked me this morning when you said that. So,
all right, so we are getting ready. It's right around the corner. But really, at this point, our 2013's over. It's done. We bring in all. the paperwork's done. So the hard part's over, right?
Yes and no. You may have all the receipts sitting in a box, but we need to get that information into a financial statement format so you can actually prepare the tax returns.
All right, isn't that the same thing as my checkbook register?
No.
Okay, give us some example of some of the forms and different pieces that we need to be prepared.
We'll need to know what, from a business perspective, what your financial statement is. You have an income statement and a balance sheet that usually translates onto the tax return. So if you don't have that put together, we can provide that service for you. A lot of people use QuickBooks. They use other forms of bookkeeping and accounting type software that usually has that information for us. So we'll request that information from the client and usually schedule an interview and talk through the information they have and tax strategize with them.
And tax strategize. Now, there's a word that I think is really important for business owners to know. It's not so much that you're just filing your taxes, but you're actually creating a strategy, because as business owners, there are a lot of rules, there's a lot of benefits that we typically don't take advantage of.
Correct. And what we like to do at our firm is plan for those before tax season actually starts. We'd like to work with our clients before they make decisions so they understand the ramifications of those decisions and how it's going to impact their taxes as well as the performance of their company.
All right. So if you want to get in touch with Mike Miller, Miller CPA, you can find them online at mmillercpa.com. The phone number 303-552-8169. Again, 303-552-8169. Now, Mike, one of the things that I think as business owners, one of the first things we should outsource is really our bookkeeping, because we tend to do it after hours. We take that work home with us. We do it on the weekends, and we have no life because we're doing our bookkeeping.
Right, and what you have to ask yourself if you're a business owner is that your value add proposition? I mean, how much time do you spend doing the books, and at what price? Because if you're out there running your business, and really when you're working with a customer, let's say your hourly rate or what you're going to get out of the service you provide is $500 an hour, and you're doing $50 to $75 an hour work preparing the books, and you're taking 10 hours a month doing it. Is that what you want to be spending your time on, or do you want an expert doing it?
Right. So true, especially in this area, because it's again that non-negotiable thing of time. There's 24 hours in a day, and so the best use of, let's say, our time, Angel, is to be speaking and talking to people. You and I should not be doing that.
I don't do numbers. I don't do books. I remember somebody tried to explain to me what accrual meant. And it just completely went over my head, Mike. But I'm okay with that. That's not my gift. That's not what I bring to the company. And so having that taken care of by somebody who thoroughly understands it and loves it. Like, you probably just love the numbers part of it and the saving money or the tax piece. There's got to be some passion behind it. Yes. Yeah.
I'm a little geeky that way. I like to. As I say, you can avoid taxes or you can evade taxes, right? And evading taxes lands you in jail. Avoiding taxes is putting a legal structure around your organization and planning legally how to minimize and or avoid taxes.
All right, so Mike, we're already into January. So what are some things that we want to make sure we're putting into place for this year?
For 2014, you really need to look at the size of your organization. Is Obamacare going to impact you? The net investment tax that's being implemented, the additional 3.8% tax on unearned income, requires a lot of planning if you're a high net worth individual.
All right, so if you have a high net worth, not me, we're talking about whether or not the new healthcare laws are affecting us. Is it keep changing the number of hours? I know a lot of companies are just reducing their work staff and having them be part-time now.
Yeah, I mean, tax work is always a game, right? It's always a strategy. How do I beat the system? And with Obamacare, for companies that employ 30 or more individuals, if they have 30 or more FTEs, FTE being 30 or more hours a week work, then they're impacted by Obamacare. And so what you see a lot of the retail establishments and restaurants doing is cutting their staff hours down to something on a weekly basis below 30 hours a week.
It's kind of stinky the way that it's playing out. Mike, do you have any tips for our listeners who work from their home-based businesses?
Sure. You can take a home write-off deduction for the portion of the house that you use in your business, which includes a portion of your utilities, your internet that you use, the interest portion of the payment on your house. So there's a deduction you can take, and you can actually depreciate a portion of your house as well.
That's changed a lot over the years, because I've had a home-based business for over 20 years, and you have to really be connected with somebody like Mike who really knows that, because it really shifts.
It does, and you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly, and taking full advantage of the tax benefits that are really geared for that business owner. And that's what you're looking for, Mike. You're helping them with that tax strategy. Give your contact information, please.
My phone number is 303-552-8169. You can reach me at my email address, which is mike@mmillercpa.com, and at our website, mmillercpa.com, under the Contact Us tab, you can schedule an appointment online.
Schedule your appointment right there at mmillercpa.com. The firm is large enough to offer a full range of professional services, but small enough to give you the individual attention that you deserve. Mike, you're also a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, so you offer great customer service. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
Great having you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Hi, this is Karen with Seniors Helping Seniors of South Metro Denver. If you or someone you know is a more mature citizen who needs a little extra hand around the house, Seniors Helping Seniors is your answer. We provide personal care, companionship, transportation, meal preparation, and more, including Alzheimer's and dementia care. And all of our helpers are seniors themselves. Licensed and trustworthy help is available at seniorshelpingSeniors.com/South Metro Denver or by calling 303-990-4561. That's 303-990-4561. Call today and let's meet.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Hi, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros radio show, and we love that you listen to Positive Business Talk while you're in the car. But there's one thing that we don't want you to do. Please don't text and drive.
We care, so put your phone away. It can wait.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros Radio, weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
America's Morning News, 4 to 7, early mornings on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. I'm starting to be curious on whether or not Carey's got, or if Charlie's put some interesting music since it's me and Carey in the studio today.
Well, he does know that I like the dance music because I told him that last time.
You are a dance girl.
Mm-hmm.
Viva la Vision.
Viva la Vision. Don't you love that?
I love that. I love that. So Carey's hosting the Success Unleashed Summit coming up on Saturday, January 18th, right? Is that the date?
Yes.
January 18th, 9 o'clock at the Inverness Hotel and Conference Center. You can sign up at successunleashedsummit.com. But at the end of the day, after all the brainstorming and the goal setting and the action plans and the to-do lists have been made, we're going to put on our dancing shoes.
We're going to put on our dancing shoes and have some fun little surprises planned that night so that you really walk out feeling like, okay, I am very excited. I got my vision on.
Do I need to practice like my electric slide or something?
I don't know. We might have some assistance with that, but you can.
Huh.
It's a good little cardio work. Well, no, it's not cardio.
Yeah. Just don't bring any chairs because then Eric will want to chair dance like he typically does here in the studio. Eric is actually off doing his civic duty. He has jury duty today. And for those who are wondering, how in the world did Eric finally take a vacation? No. He was forced to leave the studio in the good hands of Carey Conley today. Thanks for co-hosting.
I am always happy to be here.
This is really, I think I can count. I think this might be just the third time that I have ever hosted the show without Eric. And so I am very grateful for you today.
I'm grateful he called me and said, hey, you want to be on tomorrow? I said, sure.
So he called
Do
you
it.
yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday, not Friday?
No.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Was yesterday Friday?
Sure, it was. We plan far ahead for these things, and jury duty.
Phone call later.
We did have, when you think about it, it's so last minute, right? You get the notice, but whether or not you really have to show up, you don't know until the very last minute. As a small business owner, that could totally freak you out if you didn't show up for work today for whatever reason, and you didn't have access to internet, you couldn't be checking your emails, you couldn't be on the phone. Could your business still run without you? Now, there's something as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, we have to be able to be prepared for.
You do. And, I have had the honor of serving on 3 jury duties. Not just show up, but actually stay.
So
they love me. And
you had said you were going to give Eric some tips on how to get out of it, but I'm thinking, you've served 3 times. You're not the right person to get tips.
Well, but here's the thing. I got called again 2 months ago. And I told you all, I'm going in, and I hope they don't keep me. And Angel, I was sitting in that chair until 5 o'clock, and I was on the front row. And I looked at the woman next to me who'd never served before, and she said, we're not getting out of here, are we? And I said, not unless we do something drastic.
Did you start cabaret? Or?
Well, they ask you throughout the day, is there any detrimental reason why you could not serve on this jury? And they ask you a lot of things like, do you know any of the people involved in the case?
Does being a business owner, does that play into it?
They ask that. And a lot of people are their own business. They have their own businesses.
Right.
And they say, I run my own company. And if I'm gone for 2 or 3 days, it's not good.
Right.
And sometimes that's valid, and sometimes it's not.
I guess it probably depends. So we are talking, this is our biz tips section. And so when we think about our business tips, and as a business owner, I think we're naive when we first jump into being business owners, that we think we're going to have these luxurious hours. We're going to have long lunches with friends. We're going to volunteer all day long. We're going to, you think about how much time is wasted at the office. That water cooler time, being there from 8 to 5, you can really get the job done in like 4 or 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have all this extra time, is what I think goes off in our head.
Yes.
But I've been on the record, I say as entrepreneurs, we get to work the entrepreneurial half days, which is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Right.
So we're working longer hours, and we do everything. And so much is in our head that if we didn't show up one day, it's probably okay. But 2-3 days a week, because it's all in our head, we don't have systems, we don't have the processes written down. Therefore, we can't delegate it. And we can't outsource it if it's not written down and it's not delegatable, which means we can't take a vacation. We can't stop to, what if we have a loved one in the hospital? Our business stops. Now, we can stop and we can take the days off, but then our business stops. So having your business go on without you when you're not present, I think is a key piece to success.
It is.
To creating success.
And that's having a vision and preparing for things like that, because they do come. And when they come, there's no warning. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've had, in-laws that get sick and die very unexpectedly. And unless you have set up a structure in place financially and with a team of people, a really good team of people that can pick up the ball and run with it, you're in trouble.
Well, one of the things, as Eric and I were preparing for 2014, the theme is Amazing Happens Here. Talking about the experience that our customers have, the members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, the advertisers, one of the conversations that we had, Carey, was, do you have to be present to get value? Could you still get value from being involved in this group if you didn't actually show up to all the networking events, if you didn't actually call in and fan brag, if you didn't show up for your interviews? And how much of the value do you really have to be present for? Because as entrepreneurs, I think we're looking to clone ourselves. We're not looking to be busier. And especially this year, I think for creating that vision, my vision is not to be working 12, 14-hour days.
Exactly.
My vision is not for people to come up to me and say, Angel, you're so busy. That's like one of those, like, it sucks me in the gut, because I don't want to be too busy for family and friends and those things that are important.
Well, it's like you said, most of us wanted to have our own business because we wanted that lifestyle. And what we set up is something in the beginning that we work really, really hard to get it off the ground, like you and Eric have done with this radio show. And you and I have talked about this, about being entrepreneurs. We work a lot of odd hours sometimes, but the difference is that we get to choose that. Like you said to me earlier, thank you for being spontaneous. You know, if I had that 8 to 5 job that I had to be there today or else I don't get a paycheck, it'd be totally different. But I set up that lifestyle a long time ago because I was not a good 8 to 5er. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just didn't suit me. And so I have created that opportunity, and now I'm creating that with my company. When I started speaking publicly a year and a half ago, I never wanted it to be about me. I wanted to set up something that if I, God forbid, don't, make it through the end of this day, that there are other people now who know how to do my workshops and want to help create the legacy of vision building and leadership.
Well, we want to help make sure our listeners have created a legacy. 2014, the year of double blessings. Amazing happens here. And one of the best things that you can do to set that up, to set your year up for success, is attend the Success Unleashed Summit on January 18th. It's
going to be a very awesome day.
It is, absolutely. Yeah. Carey has put together an incredible lineup of speakers to cover the whole gamut of topics that are on your list already, of things you want to improve, work on, and just setting aside that time to get your head in that space.
Yeah, because most people don't. No. And what will happen is they'll set those goals like we've been talking about earlier, Angel, that people now are sitting down and they're setting goals. And a lot of those goals, I saw a really funny cartoon on this on Facebook yesterday where they set it and they just changed the date. So it's, 5 years later, it's just a new year, same goals.
Cross it out.
Yes. Right. But the difference is that most people will not sit down and do what I did in 1988 and now continue to do and teach other people to do, where you set aside literally an entire day where you just sit and really think about what you want your life to look like, because that sets in motion what you should be doing with your day, with your month, with your week, and you'll stick to it.
And you will stick to it. Well, we're not just setting in motion 2014. We're not just setting in motion this year. We're setting in motion the next 36 months.
Exactly.
And we're going to do that with Carey Conley. We hope you attend the Success Unleashed Summit, successunleashedsummit.com.
Yes.
Check out Carey at infinitenation.com, INFIN, the number 8, nation.com. Carey sitting in with me today while Eric is out serving for jury duty. You are listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com. It's time for you to take control of your money. If it's in a 401k, someone else is in charge. Getting a loan from yourself is not what you've always been taught, and it's not complicated. Pick up the phone and call Walt Wilson at Private Pension Design and ask him about the infinite banking concept at 303-550-2847. That's 303-550-2847. You can start learning more at privatepensiondesign.com. There are 10 videos and other tools to help you get out of debt without changing your cash flow or paying extra taxes. You've worked hard for the money you've saved. Learn how to keep more control of it at privatepensiondesign.com.
This is Dave Logan. I know what it's like to get home and not be able to get into the garage, right? I mean, it's especially frustrating when you're getting home from a road trip. That's why I now trust Don's Garage Doors to make sure that it never happens to me again. The LiftMaster system, along with the reliability of Don's, gives me absolute confidence that I'll always be welcomed home. Perhaps you should contact my friends at Don's Garage Doors and ask about their free keypad and remote offers while their supplies last. Find them online at donsgaragedoors.com or call them at 303-738-DOOR.
When you think of going to the dentist, it makes you uncomfortable and uptight. You recall the dark ages of dentistry. Weisbard Dental wants to change that image. Imagine being welcomed in a comfortable, beautiful, brand new dental office with digital x-rays, digital photos, being comforted throughout the entire process. At Weisbard Dental, you'll be treated while relaxing in their massage chairs. Make an appointment for Weisbard Dental at 303-773-3373. Check them out at weisbarddental.com. WEISBARD dental.com.
I'm Dr. Lee Weisbard, and I can make you smile.
You've tried and tried to shed those 10, 20, even 50 pounds of excess weight, and like so many Americans, you're frustrated. It's no secret that the body needs to be in balance before lasting weight loss can be maintained. Let Dr. Deborah Zeff and Christy Edwards of Holistic Herbal Health help you detoxify your body and get you on the fast track to quantum weight loss. You know you can do this. Now you know someone who can help. Call Dr. Zeff and get started on your quantum weight loss today. 303-249-7742. That's 303-249-7742 or online at rootedinhealth.com.
I'll never forget that moment.
Never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
It
started with a phone call.
I got the text when I was at work.
My first call ever as a member of the National Guard. This was it, the real deal.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires, how they were getting dangerously close to homes.
It was amazing to be a part of this massive operation. Helicopters were going up with huge buckets to drop water on the fires. Some of the guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
We went out in Humvees to help with the evacuations.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com. Discover what it means to be a citizen soldier, to serve locally as well as globally. Look into the benefits, including career skills and money for college. Take a moment. Go to NationalGuard.com today.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's me, America's Mr. Right. Join me weeknights at 7 for the Jason Lewis Show on KLZ 560, The Source.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show, where I am being joined by my dear friend Carey Conley today.
So much fun to be here with you.
It is. Eric is off serving, doing his civic duty for jury duty, and actually he's already been dismissed for the day, so he's here. He came.
Because
Yeah.
he couldn't stand it.
No,
He just
wants
had
to be
come.
where the party is. So speaking of parties, the martini party. How does that sound?
It sounds fabulous, actually.
Actually, yeah, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. We're going to talk to Mary Fran Tharp. She's with Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Colorado, and she joined them in early 2003, became the executive director in 2009, and they've got an event coming up on February 8th. February 8th. It's the Martini Party supporting Boys Hope, Girls Hope of Colorado. Mary Fran, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's
Mary.
nice to be here. Thank you.
All right, so tell me about
the party.
Yeah, the Martini Party.
Because we want to go.
Well, it's a fun one. It's our shaken not stirred martini party. We've been doing it now for 12 years, so they know what they're doing. It's hosted by our young professionals group. We will have, I want to do a shout out to some of the different bars and restaurants that are providing martinis and food. We have, let's see, Cafe Rendezvous, Haters and Company, Punch Bowl Social, Rio Grande, Steuben's, Stoney's Bar and Grill, View House are some of the different ones that are bringing in food and martinis for us. And then the Byron Shaw Projects is doing the music. So it's a little hard to think in a month that within a month we will want to get dressed up again and get out and go and have some fun and meet 500 other people that want to go and try martinis and go dance and dress up and all of that. So
And it's a fundraiser.
It's a fundraiser for Boys Hope, Girls Hope. It's one of our, we do 3 a year, and so this is a big one for us. So
Right.
we're very excited.
Tell us how this helps Boys Hope, Girls Hope. How does this help, and what does the money go towards?
So Boys Hope, Girls Hope is all privately funded. So we get monies to help our scholars through individuals, foundations, corporations, and special events. So in all the money, we have the event itself is underwritten completely. So all of the tickets that are sold go directly towards helping the kids. We have 2 homes over in Foxfield, which is over by Aurora, where we have children who live with us. These are good kids who have been put in tough situations for one reason or another that need an out-of-home placement. Someone along the way has said, wow, if only we could do something different for this child, they could really go places. So we give them a college preparatory education. Most of the time the kids go to Regis Jesuit High School. They live with us full time, and then once they graduate from high school, they go on to college. And
That
so
is
right
so
now,
great.
yeah, it's a super opportunity for them. We have 3 kids that are in college right now. We are small because just like most people don't have 15, 20 kids in their family. Our Boys Hope Home, we have 8 boys that live there. Our Girls Hope Home, we have 5 that live there. We have the 3 in college. And then just starting this last month in December, we started an academy program working with Aurora Central High School. We have 24 kids there that we are helping also graduate from high school and go into college.
So just changing their situation, their home environment, taking them out of something that's the habits, the familiarity that's there that kind of keeps drawing them back down that negative path,
right?
Putting them on that positive path. Do you have a success story you'd like to share?
Oh, I have lots of success stories. One of our success stories, Kenny graduated from high school many years ago. He went on to college. He went to Creighton University, graduated from there. Once he got a job, he worked for GHX here in Colorado in Broomfield. He then eventually moved down to Houston. He followed his girlfriend down to Houston. He was such a great employee that he was the only one in that department that could work remotely, and he worked with them for a number of years, and now he's in the process of doing his undergraduate credits to go back to school to become a dentist.
Okay, so Mary Fran, not that we have a crystal ball or we know, but had Kenny not been a part of Boys Hope, Girls Hope, where do you think Kenny would be today?
Well, Kenny says that he would have been dealing drugs, and by now he'd be in jail. The neat thing about his story is that his sister saw what a wonderful young man he had become, and that he was independent. He could live where he wanted to live. He had a lot of choices for his life, and so his sister placed her daughter with us, and she is now in college in Cincinnati at Xavier University. So we help not only that child, but we help that family to see different possibilities.
Well, all those around them, right?
Right. It's definitely inspiring.
Yeah.
It's so easy for us that have been blessed in our life, that have an education, whatever, to choose to want to inspire others. It's a whole other thing when somebody literally changes their life with the assistance of organizations like yours and can really be that inspiration for other kids like that.
Well, it's exciting. I am blessed to be able to do the work that I do.
All right, so it's a national organization, but it was started here in Colorado.
Actually, it was started in St. Louis, and we, about 35 years ago, we opened our Boys Hope Home 20 years ago through some caring businessmen who wanted to change some children's lives. So they were home builders. They built our first Boys Hope Home specifically for us. And then about 6 years ago, we opened the Girls Hope Home for the girls. So there are 35 homes across the country, and we're also in Guatemala, Peru, Brazil, and Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what makes Boys Hope, Girls Hope so special?
We impact pretty much every aspect of these children's lives, in that they sometimes we are taking them to the dentist for the first time. It's anything that they need, we are providing for them. And it's a small number of children that we are impacting, but it's the depth and the width of the program that really makes a difference. So for us, 100% of the kids who have graduated from high school with us have gone on to college. I mean, we have great outcomes for those kids that stick with it.
I mentor a young girl at another organization, and truly, she's 12. They want to grow. They really, truly have the heart to want to be leaders and be better. It's just like you said, they've not been shown that example or have been in that kind of a home life. So it's amazing to see them do that.
Well, and I think one of the things that the kids learn with us that doesn't seem, it's this very simple thing for a lot of us. It's you get up every morning, you have breakfast, you go to school, you work really hard, you come home, you have dinner, you do your homework, maybe you're in theater, maybe you play soccer, something like that. You go to bed at a decent hour, and then you get up and do it all over again the next day. And it's being able to share that quote unquote secret with them and live it out every day.
All right, so the martini lunch, or no,
Where are we going when this show's over, Angel?
shaken, not stirred, martini party on February 8th. How do people get tickets?
They can go to our website, which is boyshope.org/Colorado, and buy tickets. Or they can call us at 720-524-2061.
Well, we love that you're making a difference. Boys Hope, Girls Hope, Colorado. You can find them online, boyshopegirlshope.org/Colorado. Hope you'll participate in the Martini Party on February 8th. Mary Fran, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I think we need to go to that. Where is it at, by the way?
It's at the History Colorado Center.
Wonderful.
Oh, fun venue.
I'm seeing a date night.
Oh, it's the weekend before Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Perfect.
No reservations, no lines required, no. Yes, I love it. Thank you for saying that.
Yep.
My husband and I, we do a lot of fundraising events, and it does turn into date night. You get dressed up and have adult time. It's
I'm
kind of
putting
fun.
it on my calendar right now.
I love it. BoysHopeGirlsHope.org with Mary Fran Tharp. Thank you so much for being with us. You are listening to Angel and Carey on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speeds dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service, coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products, means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Being a homeowner, business owner, or consumer has never been easier thanks to the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can count on the Experience Pros Network to deliver the best in customer service and collaboration. Check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory for all your referrals, and if you don't see your favorites on the list, let us know. We'll check them out, and if their customers are saying great things about them, they could be a great fit for the Extreme Customer Service Directory online at experiencepros.com/directory.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
Government affects so many aspects of our lives, and it's become so complicated that it's hard to keep track of everything that's happening. Most daily talk radio is either so divisive that women don't want to listen, or you don't have time to listen to 2 or 3 hours of it every day. We want to offer you a concise, easy to understand synopsis of the issues put into the context of what women like you care about and how you and your family are personally affected. We're calling our show Heart of the Matter because that's what we plan to do. Get to the core principles of each issue so you can choose for yourself what you believe. So please join me, Jill Vecchio, and my co-hosts, Kim Munson and Molly Vogt, for 2 fun hours of lively discussion every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Let's get to the heart of the matter on KLZ 560 The Source.
The Dave Ramsey Show, noon to 3 on AM 560, legendary KLZ.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Fun music, dance party music for our co-host, Carey Conley.
I'm all about it.
Look who we found wandering the halls.
Did you hear that stuff?
Let him out.
Hey.
We were betting you weren't getting out until martini time.
Martini time?
Right.
I heard
Which
about
could
that
be sooner than
martini
later.
lunch.
Martini lunch.
Right?
Martini lunch. Have you ever done a martini lunch?
I'm not talking.
No.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, he hasn't been on one of those vacation things for a long time.
No, I have not.
No. So here, Eric, here was your opportunity. You had the opportunity today
I did.
to kind of take the day off. I mean, you had an excuse. You went to jury duty.
I did go to jury duty.
And they let you out, and you just made like a beeline to here to the studio. Did it ever occur to you to do anything else?
Heck no.
Like maybe go for a massage, get your nails done, stop at the mall.
Whoa. Stop with all that girly talk. All
Well,
right.
that's what I would have done.
Apparently. No, and I didn't. None of
You
that
had a
occurred
hall
to me
pass
at
for
all.
the day.
You did have a hall pass.
You know, I appreciate that. I really do. And I'm so grateful, Carey, for you being here and filling my seat. You are fantastic. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And
This is, a treat for me.
And if you haven't signed up for the Success Unleashed Summit, you got to do that right now, successunleashedsummit.com, because that's where you're going to find Carey, and you want more of that. I'm telling you.
And
right
you
now.
guys.
Well, that's true.
And all sorts of they're amazing people.
There are going to be amazing people. We've been able to bring on several of them just as interviews and guests on the show. And so it's been super, super fun to do that. It is coming up on January 18th. So we want to make sure that you sign up today. Don't put it off. You're making your goals. You're doing your resolution. You're getting your calendar in order already.
Right.
You've decided that amazing happens here. The best way to do that is to put yourself in front of people that support that are encouraging you, that are excited about what 2014 is bringing. Eric, I don't know if you knew this, but 2014 is the year of double blessings.
Double blessings?
Double blessings.
I think we need to raise the bar and say triple blessings.
And be careful now.
Well, my other friend was talking about 10 times the blessing. Most people will say, I want my business to double.
Holy cow.
And you do a little bit have to be careful what you wish for.
Yes, you do.
Right? So last year, we had said we wanted last year to be the best year ever.
Right.
And so we put our activity and our emphasis and our energy just in mass quantities to make sure it was the best year ever.
Keep in mind, with lofty ambition comes lofty responsibility.
Yeah. There were some, I think at one point, we actually brought in over 100 new clients last year.
Oh,
we
man.
hadn't brought in 100 new clients in
over.
like 5 years.
Right.
So this was... It kind of challenged us a little bit.
It's one of those things, and I don't know about you ladies, but I have discovered that many times people get afraid of success, and their success causes them an opportunity to stop back and go, whoa.
Yeah. It was almost like riding a motorcycle. And you just kind of, I think at some point, we just kind of held on and went,
have to go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, you guys, and one of the things I'll talk about at the Unleashed Summit is most people, when I ask them why they don't sit down and write their vision statements out, what you guys are saying right now, this call to action, click and sign up now, is most people have said, yeah, I really need to sit down and do that. And you know what? It's not going to happen unless you just really, take the opportunity to be at a place where there are other people who are going to be doing that, just like me doing my workout this morning with 10 other people. It was an accountability thing.
Well, and one of the things that I like so much about the summit that you're putting on the 18th, Carey, is that, you're dealing with, you have the opportunity to sit down not only and think about what your goals are, but the trickle-down effect of, I'm making these goals, so I need to be able to prepare for this, and that, right?
Yes.
And all of those things are being covered.
And be surrounded by other people who are doing it too. The amazing thing about the leaders that I have asked to be a part of this, and you guys, is that these are people who are doing it.
Right.
So where most people also get stuck is not, first thing, not doing it. The second thing is they don't surround themselves with the right people. And that is a whole other topic I do. And when I coach people, we spend an entire week on putting boundaries around where you're spending your time. But a key thing is surrounding it with awesome people who are doing the do every day. They
Surrounding
dream
it
big,
with
they go big.
Awesome people doing good, being big. Amazing happens here. And one place you can surround yourself with amazing people is the Extreme Customer Service Directory.
Absolutely.
Some of the members of the Extreme Customer Service Directory are Good Fit Homes.
Oh, with Marty Reswig, absolutely.
Absolutely. Home Impressions at Keller Williams with Karen King.
Mm-hmm. How about MediPro Solutions with Dr. Honor Shook?
Absolutely. Northwestern Drains with Wesley Lentz. Open Door HR Solutions with Mark Weaver. And Rolling Video Games with Mike Worley. Those are a couple of the members on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. You can find that at experiencepros.com. Click on either the North or the South. Or if you're in another part of the country, you can even find a directory there as well.
Absolutely. Coming soon. Many of the regions rolling out to serve our listening audience as well. And, you know, one of the things about the Extreme Customer Service Directory, you know, here we are in Denver, Colorado, and I like to say that, you know, we really need another directory like we need a hole in the head, right? But we're serving a purpose that is not being served in any of those other directories. For instance, if you might have heard about the directory that shoots trouble, right? Or you might have heard about that football guy who has a directory. Or you might know Angie. Do you know Angie?
She's got a list.
She has a list, right? But all of those people serve different purposes, and their lists have a purpose. It's just different than ours. Right. Ours is, if you're looking for somebody who is absolutely committed to giving a customer experience to the most positive effort that they can do, we've sought them out, and we've gone. Our filtering process for application on our directory is all about how do you serve the customers. I'm not going to ask you for your finances. I don't care. A small business never really has pretty finances, to be honest with you. But we're interested in how do you serve your customer, and we listen to your customers as they tell that story.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, you know, surrounding yourself with positive people, putting yourself on the Extreme Customer Service Directory, what kind of customer service do you think you would receive if you called up Rolling Video Games and said, I found you on the Extreme Customer Service Directory?
I guarantee you're going to get a fantastic experience.
Absolutely. I mean, it raises the bar for accountability,
right,
like you were talking about, Carey.
Well, it's credibility is what you're talking about. And I do this with all of you. If I'm looking for, you know, somebody randomly that I need to hire for a service that I no longer want to do myself, I call you guys because I trust when you say call so-and-so, they're the best, done deal. And that is huge for all of us who lead very busy lives. I don't have time to sit and do the vetting and all the stuff that you do.
Now, we do a 14-step vetting process, and it's all about what the customer is saying,
right?
What your image is in the community, and how you're serving people.
Now, if that sounds like something you'd like to participate in, if you'd like to connect with the Experience Pros Radio Show, maybe your business or a business that you know would qualify for offering great customer service and to be a member of our directory, which is literally, it's the least expensive directory membership you're going to find on that's connected to radio and all of that. If you want to do that, just give us a shout out at radio@experiencepros.com or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/radio.
All right, so
Experience Pros, sorry.
On Facebook, I put that the Carey Conley is in the studio with me. Your friend Jeff Fernandez from Encore Events and Entertainment,
right?
Who is also a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory. He said,
DJ.
You are the Carey Conley.
Yeah, where did I get that? Because you are the Angel Tessie.
Well, I couldn't be without thou.
Okay, well, Jeff Fernandez is going to be our DJ at the Unleash Summit and the Viva La Vision party.
Viva La Vision.
We are meeting tomorrow morning at the hotel with my event planner to plan out all the fun stuff and all the surprises that even you guys don't know about.
Well, you know, it's that time to say thank you to the Carey Conley and the Angel Tessie.
Best.
And I am the pasty white middle of this Oreo cookie for today. We want to say thank you so much for tuning in on behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel and Carey, and myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros Radio Show happen every day. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. Come join us, connect with us, and make sure that you share the show with others. Now give somebody a 20-second kiss. You know you want one. It's not locking lips, folks. That stands for kindness is so simple.
This This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KLZ 560.